Hey fellow nerds, nerdettes, how's it going? Doc and Outlet here to show you a bunch of stuff that I've gotten in the last few months, since whatever last video I've had, and pretty much no comics, since whatever, March, when the COVID stuff hit, Diamond stopped, and then this is basically all the stuff I kind of got from when it restarted to until now. So it's been hard on, I think, most of us, and just like plenty of you guys, I've had my, hit on my finances because of this as well too. But, once in a while I've been able to find a creative way to, get a couple bucks and get some of the stuff that I still like. Basically, comic books are my only personal reward in life, pay my bills, get some comic books, right? So that's it. So here to share with you some of the cool stuff that I got, and maybe you can talk about them with me in the comments below, and if you got the same kind of things, or what you've gotten pretty cool in the last couple of months. If you want to share that with me, that would be great. So first I wanted to show you guys a couple of novels that I had to get, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But George Lucas, Willow, the movie was amazing, definitely one of my childhood favorites. Movie from the 80s, one of the best. So I had to pick up the novel, and at first when I ordered it was going to be one of the other covers, but they ended up sending me the movie cover, which I thought was alright, cheap enough, and it comes with a couple pages of inserts there for the movie or whatever. Where at? Yeah, so a couple, I don't think you can see it very well. Couple inserts. So how to get that one to go along with some of these other books, which I never knew about until 2020, is these three novels right here from the Shadow Chronicles, which is a novel sequel to the Willow movie. So this is when what's her name? Can't remember her whole name or whatever. The baby girl that Willow saves. Her destiny when she grows up. That's kind of basically what it's about. I haven't read them yet, and I'm assuming that's maybe her. But yeah, I never knew until 2020 that there was a sequel novel, and some of them were written, between the movie or after the movie to in the mid-90s or something like that. I can't remember what year it was. Okay, yeah, this one, Shadow Moon, was 96. I can't see the year on the last one, but somewhere around there, right? 97 was that one, right? So around that time. But look, if you see who it's written by, George Lucas and Chris Claremont. That's freaking amazing. So I definitely had to pick them up. Chris Claremont writing sequels to Willow. That's really awesome. Okay. So Xerxes, instead of getting it singles, I got the other. Years ago, I got in the hardcover, wide format of 300. So Frank Miller, Jim Varley had to get the follow-up Xerxes, which goes over from his father Darius to the rise of Alexander. So there's about 160 years, I think, of history here, and they just kind of glance over, the tale of the 300, the Battle of Thermopylae, which somewhere lies within this spanning story, right? So pretty freaking cool. But the art, it's Frank Miller's, but a little bit different. I think the colors, the style, it's a little bit more, looks like Sin City, right? And the 300, I think it might be because the colors just comes off just a little bit different, right? So yeah, anyways, that was a really cool book, but I had to look up a lot of stuff online because it spans so many years, the story. I've been getting a few books from Boundless Comics, and this is one of the series that I've been getting, the Ravening Vampire story. So Boundless Comics, they're coming back using old properties and sort of reinvigorating them. Mostly these bad girl comics, and some of the books that you might be seeing from Boundless are, I think there have been some Lady Death comics, and there's been like Warrior Nun comics. Think of it as like what Boundless Comics does. They are bad girl comics, slash heavy metal, but like stepped up. Definitely don't want your kids to get a hold of those comics, if you know what I mean, right? So, but really good. Besides the Ravening, the one books that I've been really liking the storyline is Unholy. Those have been really good, so I've been trying to get some of those. I just really like the storyline for there, all this kind of like heaven and hell war stuff, right? ElfQuest, finally getting issue number 3. ElfQuest, Stargazers Hunt. Oh wait, start gonna get through them because I've got a lot. So got some of my spawns, took quite a while. One of the 306 I think I was getting from Lone Star Comics, an order of a bunch of comics, and that took forever, a couple of months to actually get here. So 307, 308, and Ken Lashley starting the art on there. And I think he's, if I recall, he's Canadian, so that's pretty cool. So back issue Pit, trying to get this issue number 11, trying to get all the issues eventually. And because I watched the Netflix series and I thought it was actually really good, had to go out and get myself some Warrior Nun comics. So this is the first series, 1994, and then 2 and 3 were in 95. So issue number 1, Warrior Nun Ariella, and quite reading from these comics to this basically is this is Sister Shannon. So not the same nun, Warrior Nun that you see in the Netflix show, not even quite the same storyline, but the show was pretty cool. I liked it, but the comics as well are pretty cool. So issue number 2, issue number 3, and then was at a comic book shop. I found some other Warrior Nun comics. Ariella Rituals number 1, and Ariella versus Razor. And I had to get this one because this was pretty funny. Robert Kirkman's first work. I got the graphic novel, volume 1 of Battle Pope. That was pretty hilarious too. I don't know if I'd continue it, but I think a while ago, I'm not sure if I showed it to you guys, I did get Negan issue number 1, and they were having like a Robert Kirkman sale where I bought it from in an Edmonton shop, so I ordered a Battle Pope volume 1. Pretty crazy with JC's his sidekick in that one. Yeah, just goofy. And I made an Atomic Avenue order. I can't remember what was the main comic that I got from. Oh yeah, I think it was a Warrior Nun. And I also got an issue of Airboy. I think this is volume 2, number 5. Real cheap. Really like the cover, so had to get that. And then an issue of Shine, number 1. It's cool there. And let's get more into the bulk here. Wolverine, that's my main guy, and most of the comics that I'm going to be getting. I might even have to tone down some of the books I'm getting. I'm not sure, but I'm basically just getting the Marvel books that are related to Wolverine, and a bunch of some indie books and things like that, back issues, which you'll see in here. But from Marvel, it's mostly just Wolverine related books that he's in, right? So I was excited, finally, after how many months, Wolverine coming back. He was dead for how long, wasn't in the books, and then he came back, and all of a sudden COVID hit and he's not around, and we had to wait for a long while. So I did get a few variant covers of issue number 3 because I was so excited to finally read Wolverine again. But regular cover, Wolverine issue number 3, zombie variant, and here number 3, the Adam Kubert and Hildebrandt cover, which is the same cover from issue number 2, but like I say, this is a repaint from Hildebrandt on it. That I can't remember who did the colors on the other one, but I really love the Hildebrandt variant. And the Hildebrandt variant, Adam Kubert Hildebrandt variant, was actually advertised in issue number 1, but they ended up using the Adam Kubert art for an issue 2. So I wonder if that was just a timing thing or what it was. But it was advertised at the beginning as an issue number 1 cover. And right here, this beautiful Adi Vernov, really had to get that one. Put in some Mylar. Shiny. Get some back issues. Basically the only Wolverine title that I have to complete. There might be, tie-ins or related books, but basically any title with the book with the word, the title Wolverine on it, I basically have all of those books except for this one series. That's Wolverine First Class. I'm not sure why I didn't complete this years ago, but it's a short series, so soon enough I will. But there's issue number 1. I'm probably more than halfway done it already. Issue number 2, number 9, and issue number 10. I think this one I had to get, may or may not continue some of them, but I got the cover from here. I think it was somebody posted on Facebook and I really liked it, so cheap copy of Adventures of the X-Men number 1, Wolverine versus Hulk there. And this was a really cool cover too, Wolverine cover. Chillers, Bloodstorm number 1, kind of beat up. Had some stickers down in the corner that I had to try to get off. But it's got like a reprint, I think, of one comic in the back, and it is quite thick. But it's mostly just novel or script form of the story. And issue number 4 of X-Men and Fantastic Four. That variant. I don't have the other variants for that one. I try to get as many with Wolverine on the cover as I can. Variant of Fantastic Four 21, of course, featuring the Wolverine. So I'll have to get this one. Got this one, and issue number 22 I'll have to get. I'm not sure if he'll appear in any more issues after that, but that's why an appearance of Wolverine. But I'm not actively collecting it. Issue number 10 of X-Men, of course, with my boy Wolverine's there. And this is a pretty cool character, Albert, I Wolverine, so I had to get that one. I think it's just a limited series, so, and it's written by Larry Hama. That's gonna be pretty cool. And I got the variant cover. This one's pretty cool. X-Force number 10, because Wolverine's in it. Issue number 1, had to get it because Dawkins in there. I'm really interested to see more stories about Dawkins. I don't know if I've really missed out on some stories between the years. I'm not sure where he's really been for a while since, his death in Uncanny X-Force. I think since then I've only read a little bit about him in an Iceman issue, something like that. So I'm really interested to read more about Dawkins, and supposedly changed his ways, on the good side now. Free Comic Book Day issue of X-Men. And this was there, so I had to get it. Pretty cool. It's got some extra material in it. It's the what do you call it? The God Loves Man Kills extended cut, issue number 1 of 2. So I'll try to get issue number 2 there. And a couple issues I had previously, I think I probably showed you, issue number 6 of Ghost Rider. Had to get it because it features Wolverine. So here's number 6, which continues that story, and then the conclusion of that story, number 7, has like I say, this little 3-parter story had Wolverine and the Punisher in it, so I had to get that. Here's Fantastic Four number 22, again, appearance by Wolverine, so I had to get it. So we'll see if issue number 23 might have Wolverine as well. Okay, so I'm going to have to get that one. X-Force number 11, freebie Spidey, and I probably would have showed you these, but these are super cool, right? The issues, I got 73, 74, 75 of the Turtles. If you haven't watched my previous video about this, the Forever War, just search that in my channel. Man, I've been waiting these for so long, and hopefully it will be completed at the end of this year. And because of that, one of the books that I really want to get back issues, things that are really important to me. Sometimes you get lost in so many newer books, and I want to really try to get the books that really made an impact on me when I was younger. And the Ninja Turtles, the Archie Ninja Turtles, was the biggest series that got me into collecting comic books. And I basically have them all, but there are some, especially the specials, that I'm having a hard time getting. But I got all the regular issues for sure, the regular series. This was one mini-series that I didn't have, so that completes it, is April O'Neil. This was the volume 1. I think she only had 2 mini-series. And Chris Allen doing the pencils on that, right? The best penciler for the Archie Ninja Turtles, in my opinion. So 1, 2, and number 3. So I think all the mini-series, the regular series and the mini-series, I've completed for the Turtles. And then there are some specials. Like this one, right? The Summer '93, which I think will be 11 specials, but and I have probably half of them now, but yeah, they can get pretty hard to find and pay for. So I got another one coming in the mail soon as well too, so I'll show you that in whatever there. And the Archie Adventure series of adaptation of the Ninja Turtles #3. So I have number 1, 2, and 3 of the Archie adaptation of those. And another series that was pretty big at the time, and another series that I gave away stupidly, but try to, maybe I'll slowly try to build up, is Sonic the Hedgehog. The movie was pretty cool, and I think was one of the most successful video game movies, I think, in a long time, or probably the most successful one. So here's issue number 0 of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Hopefully I'll try to get more of that. Try to build up that. And I had found an Archie special here of Sonic Kids, super special number 5. And another series I was in there too, the Cowboys. I think they only had 2 different series, 3 issues each. So I'll try to finish getting all those as well here. So there's issue number 1 of volume 1, I think it is. Yeah, pretty cool. And issue number 2 of the Adventures of Bayou Billy, based on the video game. That's another cool, book to get, but the whole game was hard as heck unless you had the Game Genie. It was just, that was a brutal video game from Nintendo. Okay, so that's it, you guys. Hopefully you enjoy. Don't want to take up too much of your time, but share with me your guys' thoughts on all these books. What have you been getting during COVID? And I hope you're all having a fantastic time despite all the troubles in the world right now. So we'll talk to you later, and have a good day.